one's heavy.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to detect that there are some very big issues going on in our healthcare system right now. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, I'm here to talk to you all about a controversial topic. And to be honest, I'm a little nervous about it because it weighs heavy on my heart. As Renee alluded to, Mary T, mine goes sometimes, alluded to the fact that I do carry some emotional biases. Humans are emotional creatures, and when we are very emotional, the decisions tend to be irrational, correct?
Correct.
Logic goes out the window. However, I'm going to present you all some factual evidence that I researched that you can research for yourself upon leaving this meeting, if you are inclined to do so. So I believe most of you are acquainted with the big pharma giant Pfizer. A lot of you all have probably taken that vaccine. But did you know that Pfizer was convicted of the largest healthcare settlement in the history of the Department of Justice? We're talking about $2.3 billion. It's a lot of money. But the Pfizer, not really. And they were also convicted of a RICO charge. We're talking about racketeering, influencing, corruption. And they were the first healthcare company that's ever been convicted of a RICO charge. And this is associated with typically crime syndicates, right? Because Pfizer was literally organizing criminal activity through their organization. So this shows that big pharma is not just big pharma, it's more like the pharmacia, kind of like the Bloods, the Crips, and other associated criminal organizations. But guess what? This is the surprising part, is that nobody went to jail. Pfizer created a shell company that took the hit for the actions of certain individuals. And the United States deemed Pfizer too big to fail because they're such a large part of our economy, right? Who can blame them? However, Criminology 101 states that if you don't face criminal penalties for the results of your crime, it doesn't necessarily dissuade you from committing more criminal activities. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So Pfizer paid, also moving on, Pfizer paid $1.2 billion for in the past for a drug called Pempro. And this drug in particular was found to cause women to develop breast cancer. And internal documents showed that Pfizer propagated, what was the word? Promulgated and actively hid the side effects from consumers. Moving on even more horrifying, in 2009, and this one kind of hits my heart, they were convicted of illegally experimenting with a new drug on Nigerian children. Children died. And this matter is crazy because it took 15 years for that handful of children to be compensated for the results of those actions. But it's not just Pfizer that has stinky laundry. We're talking about Merck's drug, Vioxx. I don't know if you've all heard of Vioxx, but Vioxx was responsible, and this is found in documents, for being responsible for causing over 140,000 heart attacks in Americans. So really, I'm not saying that Pfizer is a bad company. There are some great individuals that work in these companies that have some great intentions. However, bad actors need to be held responsible for their actions. And to me, all of these charges seem like a pattern of behavior, because if it happens once, shame on you. Whatever George Bush says, you're not going to. The main point I want you all just to take away from this meeting, no judgment, no nothing aside, is that just make sure to be careful about what you're putting into your body, because often the most ruthless drug dealer is not El Chapo, and it's probably not Tyrone down the street either. Sometimes it's a big corporation protected by the laws of the United States of America.